From Los Angeles, California, we have the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has had his pants and underwear banned by Elon Musk and is currently jacking his boner off until it explodes like a SpaceX rocket. That's Jeff Clark.
What's up? Thanks for having me.
And transmitting to us from the top of the Empire State Building, the giant booger-eating gorilla known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo. Blah, blah.
I'm a little hungover today.
Oh, you did some partying last night?
I did.
What was the occasion?
Death metal show.
Anybody I would know?
Yeah, Municipal Waste.
Oh, okay.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to go and see Municipal Waste play live and not get wasted.
I wouldn't even consider them death metal. They're a thrash band, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're crossover thrash, but
And very good if you haven't listened to them.
oh yeah, they fucking rule. Very fun
Man.
party metal.
You guys get on that if you haven't heard them yet. Municipal Waste, one of the goats.
I mean, it was a solid bill. Only 4 bands, but it was Creeping Death, this kick-ass death metal band from Texas, Sacred Reich, old school thrash metal, Municipal Waste, crossover thrash, and then Carcass was the headliner. And Carl came along too. We both got a little blasted.
I was going to ask about that. You're really turning her into a goth chick, aren't you?
Goth.
You is that? I feel like that's a general term that could be used for chicks that are into metal music, or is it not? Is there a specific like female metal fan term?
I mean, I feel like if certain metalhead chicks do dress in a way that people could see them and think that they're goth.
It should be like a Suicide Girl, or is that not?
I mean, that's someone already kind of planted their flag in that one.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know if that was a specific human or if that was just a general term. All right.
I don't even know if that still exists anymore. It was basically
It does.
I still subscribe.
I've never subscribed, but it does still exist.
We're on Patreon or OnlyFans.
That it was kind of like OnlyFans before OnlyFans. Like if you were pierced up and tatted, or even if you were like an emo chick, where you have, your haircut kind of looks like the Rachel from Friends, but it's black with pink streaks in it. Like that was where you went to show your boobs.
Alternative lifestyle.
Sure.
The haircut I most associate to that is when one half of the head is shaved. That's just what I think of.
Like Spider-Gwen?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. That's what I meant.
I mean, like that was kind of the weird thing about emo was the dudes and the chicks all kind of had the same haircut going.
That's like 80s hair metal, right? And those dudes just dress like chicks.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I just watched. I think I told you guys about this. I watched one of those straight-to-video American Pie sequels.
Yes, you did say something about it.
And that was, I think it was from 2008, so it was still where dudes were rocking that like wispy weatherman part of their bangs. And it was just like, whoa. Man, I remember living through that and being like, man, you guys look like a bunch of pussies. But now seeing it in 2023, it's like, you guys look like super pussies. Like I took a way lessened shot at those guys at the time. Like they deserved much more ridicule because boy, is that a fucking talk about things that have aged poorly. That might be the worst. The emo look could be one of the worst fashion trends ever. I feel like people like to shit on the baggy jeans and the Janko stuff, but that stuff's fucking cool again. I don't think the emo weatherman shit is ever going to be cool again. They will always look like pussies.
I haven't seen anyone wearing super baggy stuff though.
Really?
No.
The
Do you see people? I guess I don't go out enough.
Yeah, I feel like the whippersnappers, all the youngsters are into the baggy shit. And then it's kind of taking off quicker overseas, which probably means it's going to get here at some point. Like in Japan, everybody's rocking like the baggiest shit possible. And
I feel like LA starts the trends and everyone gets them afterwards.
Yes, it seems like it's like that stuff is coming here. Because I feel one of Carl's friends, her Swedish friend, was like, "Yeah, I'm starting to see that all over Europe and stuff too. That people are just back into the baggy shit, which I always thought the baggy stuff was way more comfortable. When that skinny jeans bullshit came around and you've got to cram your fucking ding dong in your nutsack and basically just laminate it to your leg, it was like, whose idea was this? This is horrible. This is not comfortable at all. I have zero ability for any karate high kicks, so I've lost the ability to defend myself.
It'd be awesome. Someone pulling out a fucking kick in a street fight. Someone who couldn't kick pulling it out in a street fight would be hilarious. Yeah, we were talking about, there's been like a recent basketball commercial of like people wearing baggy shorts. And that used to be a thing in the early 2000s, late 90s, like when hip hop culture became like more of a thing of basketball and like for the most part took over basketball. And I remember like wearing baggy shorts, even like in college, and just like it being the style. And my brother was talking about just like how dumb it was or how dumb it is. And I agree with them. I prefer like kind of shorter shorts now, especially if I were to hoop. But I remember back in the day it not sucking and me just like being super into it.
So a couple of years ago when I lost all that weight and had to, basically replace all of my shorts because they were too big, I got very bummed out that they were shorter than they used to be.
You're not into showing off your shutty gams?
Well, so reluctantly I bought them and I've gotten used to them and I don't like wearing long baggy shorts anymore. And now this summer, at least everywhere I go, it's fucking baggy cargo shorts and I want fucking nothing to do with it. Like this,
Hi, fellas.
I don't want to go back to wearing cargo shorts like I did 15 years ago. I don't think those need to come back.
Who wears short shorts?
Cargo shorts are buns. I'm with you there.
Hi,
they do fucking suck.
Yeah, I had to get sort of reprimanded by multiple girlfriends on the whole cargo shorts thing. Because I was like, all right, well, I can hold more shit. And she's like, yeah, but you look like an unemployed fisherman. Like cargo shorts are the anti-poon.
Chicks don't like them, right?
No, hate. I can't think of things that women
just
hate
tolerated
more.
them back in the day.
Yeah, because I mean, it was cargo shorts were everywhere. Fucking, they didn't have a choice. It's either date some goober in cargo pants or a life of celibacy.
Date Goober A in cargo shorts and cargo pants, or date Goober B in cargo shorts?
Exactly. Yeah. But I don't know. I never saw the downside of them. But then again, I mean, me and fucking fashion have a very complicated relationship. I don't understand it. I pretty much just wear death metal shirts now because that's my lane. I can't fuck that up.
Yeah, it fits with your brand.
But Shuddy, you're so both of you guys are into short shorts.
I mean, I'm not saying short shorts. They're like an inch or two above the knee. That's not short shorts. I'm not talking like
I think
Daisy
we're
Dukes or
into.
anything.
I think we're into regular shorts, whereas before we were more into baggy shorts. Like that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. Well, what about? I mean, Shuddy, when we would go to pool parties with Mr. Ski and the Ape, that was in the day when board shorts were essentially the size of capris. They went like 6 inches past your knee.
Yeah, no, I'm not into that either. I have 2 inch or 2 above the knee swim trunks these days too.
I remember when that stuff went out of style too, and I had to buy new swim shorts. And I tried a few on, and I'm like, I feel like I'm hanging brain. I'm so exposed right now. I'm showing so much leg. I don't know, kind of weirded me out. Made me feel vulnerable.
Yes, I hate when you feel vulnerable.
So we were talking a little bit in the Easter egg about Succession, and I'm finally on board. I'm into season 2 now. But I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on something. HBO Max is changing their fucking name to just Max.
That's because Discovery Plus is being absorbed into it.
I still don't understand why they have to go through a name change. Like, HBO, for as long as I can remember, has been the biggest swinging dick in premium cable. When I was a little kid, HBO had the best movies. I didn't really watch any of the series when I was young, but if you have a conversation about the greatest TV shows of all time, so many HBO shows are showing up. You know, I never watched The Sopranos. I never watched. Was Entourage HBO?
Yes.
Yeah, people fucking love Entourage. They love Sex and the City. Game of Thrones, obviously. Succession. I'm trying to think of. There's another one I had at the top of my brain that just flew out of my ass. I don't know what happened.
The
to
Wire?
It. Yeah, The Wire. People fucking lose their shit over The Wire. And it's just, I don't know, it's so weird that there's such a powerhouse. Like, HBO is such a powerful acronym. It's almost like, like you were saying, Jeff, if something comes out on HBO, it automatically meets this super high, bar. Like, in order to get on HBO, it's got to be fucking tip top. So if something ends up on HBO, you're like, oh, I got to check that out.
Yeah, I unless it's a period piece. Like, I'm looking at their current programming, and one of them is The Gilded Age. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. I don't know. But like everything else, I've given it a shot. Well, I actually haven't watched Perry Mason. Euphoria, a little too much for me. Not on board with all that, even though Sydney Sweeney, holy shit.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of Euphoria, but people lose their shit over that. And one of my all-time favorite shows, Bored to Death, that's an HBO show. So it's just so weird to take such a fucking, I don't know, behemoth of programming for decades and just lose it.
Well, they're not. That's just their streaming service. They're still, because HBO Cinemax, it's all Warner Brothers stuff.
Yeah, but I don't want to say how I was watching this new show on Max. I want to say I was watching it on HBO Max.
Yeah, I agree with Kevin's point. Like, I think removing HBO hurts the brand.
Yeah, remove the Max. Just call it HBO.
Yeah, HBO streaming. Like, even if it's kind of clunky and lame just to call it that, but that's better than dropping HBO. Like, I'm with Kevin. Like, you cannot lose the HBO.
I don't know. It's just a bummer to me.
Just got a fucking punch to it. Like, yeah, this new show on HBO. You got to check it out. All right. I'm in. Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
What I want to know is when this happens, is all this stuff all of my stuff on Discovery Plus going to transfer over to my HBO Max?
What is that?
Discovery Plus?
Yeah. Is that just like nature?
It's like all the Discovery Channel type shows, like Travel Channel. I watch it to go to bed. It's what I put on at night to go to sleep. It's like history and yeah, it's just interesting stuff that I don't mind falling asleep during.
It's like
How it's made.
It sounds like falling asleep in class.
Yeah.
Actually, a pretty good strategy. Yeah, put on one of those boring educational movies.
Yeah.
I put on Patrice O'Neal's Black Phillip show just so I can hear him berate women. I like to go to sleep to that.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, last HBO thing, unless you had anything more to discuss, have you seen the trailer or heard of the new True Detective season coming out?
No, but that's another one. True Detective. Powerhouse television.
It's set in Alaska, and the detective is Jodie Foster. It'd be good.
Yeah.
Interested. Are you interested?
I haven't watched a True Detective in quite some time, but
Well, that's probably even better, right? Because the second and third seasons were definitely weaker than the upcoming one.
yeah. I mean, my significant other is obsessed with true crime, so I might not even have a say in the matter.
Does she like True Detective?
I don't know, but I'm going to say probably.
There's a chance she hasn't seen it for whatever reason. And if you like True Detective season 1, I'd go to war for. I think that is one of the greatest seasons of TV ever. Like almost unquestionably, right?
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
I can't think of a one thing I could say bad about it. As far as like, I know we don't do dickers or dick ratings for TV shows, but that's a 5 dicker.
I mean,
has to be.
If you want to get creepy and go the Mr. Skin route, Hall of Fame nudity.
Oh, yeah. Yes. What's her name? What is her name?
Alexandra, my daddy-o?
Yeah, I'm just gonna Google True Detective Hooters. It's actually not giving me what I wanted. Hold on.
I can't imagine why.
It's taking
I'll
me
go
to a
season
Hooters.
1.
It's taking me to a Hooters restaurant. What the fuck?
I got season 1. Still not doing it for me.
Yeah, you're like the first person to use the word Hooters since Al Bundy.
My breasticles. See what that does.
True Detective Nougatos.
Kuchana.
Kuchana
Boobs.
Nougatos.
Boobs. That works. Alexandra Daddario. That's right. I think Hooters is it's a pretty harmless thing to call boobs. I guess it sounds very Republican.
Well, it sounds very just like old school locker roomy.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you think about it in the owl sense, like the branding of the Hooters restaurant, seems fairly innocent. But, I mean, I feel like a good testing ground is imagining it in a sexy scenario. Like if you were in bed with some lady and you were like, oh yeah, let me fucking honk your Hooters, she'd probably get up and leave.
Oh, it's gonna be in my voice. All right, do the next one in Shuddy's voice. This is good. Go back and forth.
All right, what's
you know what we should do? We should do a breast nickname bracket.
Oh my god.
Is that too old school MSPH? Is that too roast beef or camel toe?
I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
It is a little juvenile, right? It's all right. Not all ideas need to be good. You can tell me if it's bad.
Well, what's another one that I could test out?
Titties, right?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. For a lot of women, I feel like there's no right answer. You got to go clinical. You got to say breasts or something. Like
that's true.
Cans, knockers. Knockers is probably closer to the bottom of the list.
That's a that's a low seed. In a bad way.
Do I have permission to play with your knockers? Can I slap your knockers around?
Some OnlyFans girl who I was listening to on a podcast said someone once called her tits calcium cannons, and she kind of liked that.
That's too many. That's too many syllables. Hey, can I slap around your calcium cannons?
Like, I really don't like mommy milkers.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible. That's a big
Hangers.
hangers.
Doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, hangers.
Yeah,
That's a
maybe-
huge bummer.
Hey, I'm just workshopping an idea. We don't need to do it.
You got to go if you're doing dirty talk. You got to go breasts or tits. Like, what the fuck else could you sub in there?
I think girls they've been beaten down to accept tits. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only like breast nickname you can use around a girl.
It's weird too because I think women are completely on board with calling penises cocks. And if you sort of just make a chart or a list or a ranking, cock is pretty filthy. It's pretty obscene.
Well, I think chicks are cool with dicks.
Yeah, dick or cock. But like
Dick, cock, penis, that all works. But we only get titties or boobs. They'll take boobs.
Yeah, but I still think boobs is tough pillow talk. Oh yeah, your boobs. Your boobs
sounds so juvenile.
How about this? If it's something
that's a good point, Shuddy.
If it's something you can say on network TV, it's probably not going to fly in the bedroom.
Not sexy talk.
You can refer to a penis as a Johnson on network TV, I'm pretty sure. I think you could get away with that, but if you're in the bedroom, you can't be like, oh yeah, suck my Johnson.
How the fuck did we even get on this topic of conversation?
HBO streaming, of course.
True Detective and Jeff Googling.
Yeah.
Hooter is trying to, that's...
See?
Jeff
HBO.
led us down this.
HBO is the gift that keeps on giving, and they want to fucking axe it. Come on! The cultural importance.
Like Discovery Plus, and I'm not even here to shit on them, but they should be happy to be in the HBO brand or under the HBO umbrella. Because I mean, again, I'm not trying to shit on it, but my first thought when I hear someone say about a Discovery show is A, nature, and B, probably boring.
Yeah. That would kind of be like if Stitcher signed MSPH to an exclusive deal with like a book of Burger King coupons or something, and then Spotify was known from that point on as like MSPH Plus. It's like, wait, how did that deal fucking dominate the branding? You bought those guys off with fucking Burger King coupons.
That's a good analogy as well. What if we call them honkers? Is that a bad one?
Honkers. Well, too close to geese. I hate that one.
It's too gender neutral, isn't it?
Yeah, because one could argue that I have honkers.
But yeah, if one could argue you have honkers, then it's a fucking fact I have honkers. So
madam, can I titty fuck your honkers?
Damn.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly. It's if you want to make somebody laugh, there's an endless list. But as far as like sexy talk and stuff that a majority of women are willing to accept, even like below the belt,
boobs isn't a sexy talk comment, but you could say boobs in front of a girl and she's not gonna be like,
yeah. Like I would say,
I think you can say boobs in general conversation.
Yeah,
just fine. A lot, like if you're sitting there having conversation, boobs goes over a lot better than tits does. That's
and honkers.
Yeah,
yeah, or calcium cannons.
I mean,
there is a time and place for boobs.
That is true. Like if we were, like if I'm on the couch and I turn and accidentally elbow Carl in the boob, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you in the boob there. That would fly. If I said, oh, my apologies to your calcium cannons, I'm getting slapped out the fucking sliding glass door. I'm going over the balcony.
I'll see myself out.
But like below the belt stuff too, like for vaginas, you got to go pussy. Everything else is a no-go.
I almost don't even say that. Like the last few girlfriends that I've had, I've figured out what they call vaginas, and I just use that.
Oh, can I see your hey nanner?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to get into.
Well,
I'm not going to get into previous pillow talk, but
can you give? You don't have to get specific on names, but like, what were some of the terms you got the clearance on?
No, I want you
specific, but get specific.
You need to give us which girl it was and what they called their vagina.
Yeah. I'll put it in a Google Doc or a Google sheet.
Well, yeah, I guess if there was
a column next to it,
if there was like an ethnic slant to it, then that might be a dead giveaway.
Yeah. No, it's just like if a girl calls her vagina kuchana, then that's how I'd refer to her vagina in front of her.
Yeah.
Or vaginas in like a slang or, like less like a serious manner.
Yeah, because that is a road that is full of landmines.
Yeah.
You make one wrong move there, and that's tough to bounce back from.
And pussy's the wrong word I think that could be triggering for a woman.
Pussy? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. It's one of those words that feels aggressive. That's why it's so fun for me to call someone a pussy, because it's just like, it almost like if you have a sentence and all the words are in 12-point font, a pussy is in like a 36-point font. Like it just takes over the sentence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You almost don't hear anything else. Like, well, pussy. Oh, geez.
So speaking of,
pussies,
vaginas,
and what speech is allowed, free speech, if you will. How is your Twitter account battle going, Jeff?
Still banned. They have denied 9 appeals. Got to be careful with how I say this. The social media guy at my company has not came through for me yet. Hopefully that happens. It's been a week though. I don't think it's high on his priority list. But yeah, I'm still blackballed by Twitter unfairly, and I didn't even take a fucking knee on the anthem.
Yeah.
I will say, one of my homies, coworkers, good guy, a solid mensch. You guys would even like him. He said that he was banned off of Twitter for 6 months for some copyright thing, but he got his Twitter account back. And I think he was initially permanently suspended, so it took him 6 months.
Oh, I'll pay the $8. Oh.
They won't accept my money. That's how fucking banned I am.
What if they hit you back and they're like, "Look, nobody's buying these fucking blue check marks. If you buy a check mark, we'll bring you back."
I don't know.
Except people are buying the stupid blue check marks.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but
every time you click into anytime you click into a tweet, because I still have to be on Twitter somewhat, and it helps with like sports betting news and like injury news, stuff like that. Like beat writers will put everything on Twitter.
Sure.
So I still use it. But like when you click into a tweet, all the top comments are fucking random blue check marks, because I think that's part of like what you pay for.
Yeah. But I just block everybody. If I look at a tweet and like there's just nothing but blue checks, like people with 50 followers and a blue check, it's just like boom. Blocked.
I really want to I want to get into a non-confrontational just conversation with someone with 50 followers paying $8 a month for Twitter.
Yeah, it's weird because like I feel like a lot of the people that are signing up are the people that are very vocally like, I hate celebrities, I hate Hollywood, right. I hate participation trophies. Now let me pay for a participation trophy so I can be a celebrity. It's like, isn't this against everything you fucking stand for?
Yeah, I would say like a majority of the people that buy the blue check marks are the people I would think least likely to buy the blue check mark.
Yeah.
Like I can make an argument for myself buying it. Like you can post longer videos, you can post longer, like just longer tweets, so I can do like almost like a full basketball game, football game breakdown in a tweet now. Like I'm already doing it. I'm already kind of talking myself into it. Like someone with fucking 50 followers, like what do you like? What do you get out of this? But if they just like Twitter that much, like I can't really knock them for that because I still fucking like Twitter, even though this bitch Elon's ruining it.
I mean, like, what if we just started MSPH Blue? Be like, hey, it's a whole separate entity. Like if you go on our Patreon, you're paying monthly and you get all this content out of it. But there seems to be this portion of the population that likes paying for nothing. So at MSPH Plus, you can give us $8 a month, and we will, in return, give you absolutely nothing. We will send you a JPEG of a comma, and you can put that wherever you want. You get that comma, and that's it.
Sounds like we're selling NFTs then.
I mean, isn't that kind of what the blue check mark has turned into?
Non-fungible tokens, right?
Yep, you got it, Jeff.
Non-fuckable titties. Oh, wait, oh.
Dude, I learned stuff on this podcast.
Dude, the Puminati has, come to your defense. A lot of people offered some tips and tricks for you to try and get your account back. They didn't work, but thank you for the suggestions.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, keep them coming. I'll try anything at this point.
And Art decided to do a little experiment, a real true stoner. He tweeted the exact same thing you did and got instantly banned. It took them like a couple weeks to catch up to you, Jeff. Because that was like a 2-week-old tweet, right?
Yeah.
They got Art.
That's why when I got suspended, I initially thought it was for calling Elon a pussy earlier that day or saying, I hope Tesla stock took a shit. And that's what I just figured until I saw the email. So I guess they maybe just applied the algorithm. I don't know,
maybe.
Like on that day, and just like now it's catching everyone moving forward, and it.
Well, the interesting thing is
backread my shit.
That Art got nuked instantly, damn near instantly. But I'm pretty sure he got, because he sent me the screenshot, he got different wording on his notification than you did. Yours is like permanently banned. His, I think, is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
And the only difference is
weird.
I don't think he called Elon a pussy.
Yeah.
So the two differences are you saying bad things about Elon and Tesla, you're permanently banned. Arts tries an experiment, tweets your exact tweet, gets a temporary one.
Yeah, like I'm sure it's not that hard for their moderation team to hook up like another filter or rule on top of a rule where it's like, if they say this, temporarily suspend them. But if they say this and something about Elon, then just fucking nuke the account.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like I couldn't do it, but it seems like an easy rule or thing to set up.
Yeah. I mean, if you're out, like, dude's clearly vindictive and thin-skinned. So if there's sweet, because like your tweet was literally just saying someone murder an inanimate object. So that almost seems like it was algorithm related. Like it caught someone murder and was just like, okay, that's someone calling for violence. No need for further investigation. No need to find out if what they're threatening has a life that can even be taken. Just fucking get rid of this guy. But then, like, if you add like a second layer of filter or algorithm to search for the word Elon, and then just like anybody sees something negative and boom, you're gone. That doesn't seem outside the realm of possibility. Yeah.
Yeah. I also think that what got me was actually tagging something. Like I did tag at IBM Watson. Like if I just wrote it out, I don't think they would have. I don't know. Who
yeah,
cares?
I wonder
It's probably
if
boring for the Puminati. Half of them, a vast majority of the Puminati are even on Twitter, so they're probably just fucking rolling their eyes in their commute or however they listen to this.
I don't know. I think the fact that you got permanently banned from Twitter is pretty entertaining.
For the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder if
I
IBM
think
Watson,
we've already.
because IBM Watson's like an AI, so I wonder if it's been programmed to report
Snitch.
any threats against it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, these machines are trying to silence me. Or
Yeah.
they're working together with Twitter's machines. Like IBM Watson and Twitter went to college together. They're still bros.
Dude, I saw something that right before we started recording, I saw a headline. I didn't click it or read any further, but Joe Rogan is apparently starting to sweat the AI stuff because from what I gather, just at a quick glance, I guess an AI thing just did a fake Joe Rogan video.
I think it did a whole Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, and it's like indistinguishable or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's these things are pretty powerful. Like, suppose they did like a whole Drake and Weeknd song, and Drake and the Weeknd were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, this is actually pretty good.
Again, it's another thing I didn't click, but I saw an AI put out like a new Biggie song or some shit, and apparently it's like fucking good and indistinguishable from any Biggie song. It's like there has to be, I don't know how they do it, but slip some sort of like weird coding in, like a law that anything AI generated has to have some some sort of imperceivable watermark almost, where if a video comes out, because I mean, if you can fake stuff like an entire podcast episode or a song that's indistinguishable, that stuff is arguably harmless. But what if you start making videos of public figures like fucking killing somebody or going off on a cancelable rant or something like that? At what point, how do you what if somebody does that for real and then they face the consequences? Like, oh no, that AI did that. There's got to be something where some nerd can look through the coding and be like, yeah, there's the AI stamp. This was fake. And maybe that already exists. I don't know. I'm pretty stupid, but
perhaps they should just shut down AI completely. That's my whole argument.
Yeah, it's weird, man. You know, you see these things in pop culture, fiction, science fiction and stuff from when you're a kid, and you're like, oh man, I like Back to the Future 2. I can't wait for hoverboards and video phones. And then we get FaceTime and no one really uses it. And it's like, man, I wish there was, an AI I could talk to like Kit and Knight Rider or some sort of high-tech spaceship thing. And then we get it. It's like, oh, there's actually a whole bunch of shit where this could go terribly wrong.
Yeah, but as far as AI, like literature and movies have been warning us against it for a long time. Like you do have the Knight Rider, the assistant thing, but
yeah, The Matrix.
2001 Space Odyssey is like Hal is a fucking menace, right? He's the issue, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, like there has been enough warnings by some of the forward thinking, writers just warning us about this kind of shit.
Yeah,
and
Skynet.
To me, it's like, it feels like
Skynet's a rogue AI that kills off humanity.
Yeah.
So yeah, seems like we're on we're approaching a pretty important crossroads.
It's us versus the machines, baby.
AI, I think at this point there's no fucking stopping it. So it's like, is it going to be chill or are we all murdered?
Yeah. And the politicians are just going to do they're going to green light it as long as their pockets are greased. So,
yep.
Man, what a fun conversation. I went in a lot of different directions. I don't even know how we got into any of this.
Yeah, this is just some fucking good old-fashioned MSPH babbling.
Yep, meandering with no particular destination in mind.
Well, speaking of movies, did you guys watch any movies this past week?
I saw most of one. I fell asleep at the end, but I have a strong I have a strong inclination of how I think it ended, which is pro for the good guys or a win for the good guys. I saw Ghosted, the Apple Plus movie with Chris Evans and Anna de Armas.
Yeah.
My first thought, and the thing that I was thinking as I was watching the whole fucking movie was I would let Anna de Armas penetrate me for 20 minutes if she sat on my face for 10. Like, that's how hot she is.
What would she be penetrating you with?
I guess a dildo, right?
Oh, dildo me Ana de Armas.
Like, a dildo is not going to break. Like a cucumber might break. And, you know, if I have to, like,
how viciously are you getting penetrated here? That she's
I
going
don't
to
know.
break
It's
a
up
cucumber.
to Anna. It's up to Anna.
Oh, Anna, take it easy.
I'm just saying, like, a dildo is not going to fucking break in my ass. And that's the most concern. Like, I don't want to go to the doctors
That's an astute point.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the doctors in between Anna penetrating me and sitting on my face because if I'm going to the doctors and we're up in that from 10 to 15 minutes, lady.
Yeah, you get a 5-minute penalty for an anal emergency room visit. Oh, you broke the goddamn cucumber. I told you not to break it.
That's it. 5 more minutes on this keister. Or, no, excuse me. Your keister on this face. The movie sucked. I really, I was watching it, talking myself into liking it. I tried the whole time. The action at points was really good. Anna de Armas was the badass of the two, right? It's about this Anna de Armas and Chris Evans going on a first date. First date just fucking going wonderfully. It's a one call close for both of them. They're both into each other. They both greenlight the one night stand. That was actually kind of entertaining. And then Chris Evans, who's described as a salt of the earth type of guy, his character in the plot synopsis, he is telling his family and his sister about Anna de Armas. I was like, oh, this is so great. You guys I can't wait for you to meet her. He tries texting her. She doesn't hear back from her. He's ghosted, right?
Yeah.
So his family talks him into going to find where she is. Now, the way that he found where she was is because he left his inhaler with her in her purse. And I guess he put a tracking chip on his inhaler, which I didn't know was a thing.
Yeah, because I thought the closest thing we have to that, as far as access to the general public, are those Apple AirTags, and those things are kind of chunky. I don't think you're hiding one of those on an inhaler.
No, yeah. So someone might, I don't know, his doctor microchipped his inhaler, and that's how he found her in London. And she was in the middle of a CIA mission. She's a badass, and he's caught in the middle. And there's sexual tension. And the joke they keep going to was, oh, you guys need to get a room. And everyone is saying that exact same joke. That got pretty lame. Action was pretty good. Chris Evans, whatever, as an actor, but he is obviously a movie star, and for a leading man who's good looking enough to hook up with Anna de Armas in a one call close, there's few people you would take over fucking him, right? It's Chris Hemsworth, it's pretty much the Avengers. You just get one of the Avengers to fuck Anna de Armas.
I actually did watch this with Carl, and Chris Evans is really high on her list, and the
hall pass thing.
Yeah. So they also in that movie they make a lot of oh, stop being so needy. You're being too needy. You're texting her too much. I was like, okay, real life scenario. You're dating Chris Evans, and he sends you too many texts one day. It's fucking Chris. If Ana de Armas was texting me too much, you think I'd be complaining to Jeff about it? I'd be like, this is fucking sweet. That means Ana de Armas is super into me. This is cool. I was like, would that really be I could see if I'm not fucking Chris Evans. So if I'm texting you too much, that can be an easy thing. Like, all right, getting a little red flags. This guy's a little weird. And she was like, no. Like, if Chris Evans was doing that, that would be a deal breaker. Like, even a guy that handsome, I don't need anybody who's that fucking needy. And I was like, wow, that is a big divide on the gender line. Because, I don't know, are the three of us axing a girl who's like absolutely perfect in the looks department because she texted us a couple too many times? Fuck no.
No. Again, this is the same thing as like, I don't know if we were recording. This is my same feeling on like Nike boycotting. Like Anna de Armas would have to murder my mother. Man, I don't even know if that would be enough for me to be like, you know what? She's not the one. Like I would talk myself into it almost regardless. Yeah, like she's texted me 100 times this hour. Well, she's just into me. What can I say? I don't know. You know, like I wouldn't.
I'm fucking sweet.
But I'm happy you saw that. How about the beginning where Chris Evans, you learn about his character and you find out he just got dumped. He's like, oh, you got dumped again? Like, yeah, well, no, it was mutual. I'm like, sure. That's what everyone who says, who gets dumped says.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine someone dumping this motherfucker.
Yeah. But I guess it checks out. I guess chicks have way higher standards than dudes.
Yeah, but then you'll see like a fucking girl with just a munger, like a minx with a munger, and you're just like, what? It's just life is random, I guess.
Is
like
a munger just like a butt ugly dude?
Yeah, like just a cheese ball who doesn't deserve. It's like is way out kicking his coverage.
Oh yeah, you see that a lot in LA.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's coke and money related, you know.
I mean, you kind of saw that a lot, like when we go to Vegas for Ellis Manias and stuff, like these small town couples that would show up. Yeah. And like super cute girl would come up and be like, hey, I'm such a big fan of you on the show, blah, 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 blah. Can I take a picture with you? Yeah, sure. I'm like, oh, my boyfriend's going to come take it. And then Frankenstein lumbers over, phone, picture. It's like, whoa, there are not a lot of options in your little town, huh?
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, what did you score that movie?
I forget, but it wasn't great. I mean, you know, Ana de Armas.
Spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear the ending of Ghosted, fast forward. Did either one of them die? Did they ended up getting together at the end? I feel like it all worked out.
I think so.
Did you fall asleep too?
No. Honestly, I didn't, but it was just like, I don't know. It was just so. It was a very safe movie. You know, about
the bus car chase thing, because that scene was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, like it wasn't a complete dud of a movie.
No, the action was sick. It was just, you know, it's just kind of a generic story, and you know, until I grilled Carl about it, it seemed really. It seemed like a bit of a stretch to think that women are breaking up with Chris Evans for anything, let alone just being a little text happy.
Chris Evans' sister in that is so fucking flagrant going through his phone. Yeah, holy shit. That lady needed to be stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what I rated it, but what's your score?
I guess I'll give it like I'll give it a 1.5.
Oh dang! I don't think I rated it that low. I'm going for the throat.
I mean, I didn't finish the movie. And on the fifth time where they said you guys need to get a room, I was like, you know what, this is at least 2 dicks, and I feel like I've given better scores. Or worse scores to better movies. So I'll stand by my 1.5. My blow job and a hand job.
I didn't get a chance. I wanted to go see that new John Wick type movie. Did you see the trailer? Sisu, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ballerina.
No,
Draven showed me that trailer last night. That looks fucking sick.
Yeah.
They're not even like fronting with the marketing. It's like, this is Mad Max meets John Wick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Exploding, not like it's way the red band trailer is just severed limbs, blood everywhere. Like the John Wick movies, people get triple tapped in the fucking back of the head in the middle of a gunfight, but it's not like brains and blood exploding all over the place. Sisu looks like it's fucking gory, like slasher level gory. And I wanted to go see that, but Carl was just like, oh, yeah, you're going to have to go see that one without me. So we watched...
So she's more down for death metal shows than that movie?
Yeah. Because I think the death metal she's listening to and, when we're out driving around in my car is growing on her. So it wasn't... I didn't even ask her if she was like, oh, you're going to a metal show? Are there tickets still available? I was like, yeah. She's like, all right, I'm going to get one. I didn't even have to twist her arm or anything.
You never met Carl, right?
No, not in person.
This just does not fit her personality.
Yeah.
I think there'd be a better chance she would dump you than go to a death metal show.
At the start of things, I would have agreed with you, but I don't know. She's coming around on it. Death metal's pretty sweet.
Good stuff out of you, man.
We watched
making an honest woman out of that lady.
We watched Champions. Not necessarily a new movie, but jumped out of the theaters and onto the cock pretty quickly. And that's the Woody Harrelson movie where he gets sentenced to coach a basketball team of intellectually disabled adults. Which the trailer looked like it had some moments of, legitimately funny jokes and heartfelt moments and cuteness, I suppose. And it wasn't bad. It was a bit long. It's like 2 hours. But, Woody Harrelson kicks ass. And Ernie Hudson's in it, who I feel Ernie Hudson is fucking criminally underrated. I love Ernie Hudson.
Well, I'm spacing out on what else he's been in. I'm just going to look him up now.
Ghostbusters 2.
But he's got more.
Just to name,
The Crow.
Some small films he's been in.
Dude, The Crow. I rewatched The Crow for the first time in a million years because I had this one friend in middle school and high school who just endlessly watched it. So I had seen The Crow so many times. I was like, oh, God, this is probably going to be super cringy. But it held up really well. And people don't give Ernie Hudson enough credit because he fucking killed it in that movie.
I like when people from The Crow pop up in other things, like in Nope.
Oh yeah, the bad guy, right?
The bad guy in The Crow. It was the director.
Yeah. Yeah,
that guy is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he doesn't get more work. He's got a very recognizable voice.
And T-Bird, when he pops up in other things, the one that was also in The Warriors.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck was he in recently? Oh, he's in John Wick.
Dude.
Are you talking about Clancy Brown?
Hold on.
Ernie Hudson was also in Airheads.
Yeah.
Which I think is a 5-decker.
Yeah, Airheads fucking rules. It's about time that Brendan Fraser got his Oscar. A little late. Should have gotten it for Airheads, but...
I'm talking about David Patrick Kelly.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with that person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was in John Wick 1 and 2.
Yeah, he was the cleanup guy that came into the house.
Yeah.
When he killed all those people in the house before he burned it to the ground.
Dude, what a run, though, for Ernie Hudson. His first acting credit on IMDb is 1976.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. If he can just do something in 2026, 50 years in the biz.
That's nuts. But yeah, he's really good in Champions, and I'm trying to not... It's weird that they get these movies sanctioned by the Special Olympics and they drop the fucking R word in it. Like, They did the same thing with the The Ringer, when Knoxville pulled a Cartman and pretended to have Down syndrome so he could compete in the Special Olympics. Like, that was sanctioned by the Special Olympics, that movie.
Yeah.
They really
Weird.
fucking that were
They
pretty
just
hard.
want to. They're of the belief that any publicity is good publicity.
I guess so. But I mean, the cast of, like, they, you know, obviously they used real intellectually impaired adults, and they're fucking good actors in this. Like, there's this.
I mean, they were in The Ringer too. That movie, they carry that movie.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Champions it had its moments where I was definitely laughing. It had solid gigs. They didn't really fucking pick on the disabled people all that much in it. Not like jokes at their expense. But you know, it was pretty predictable. I feel like you saw where it was going through the whole movie. There's this one guy, because, you know, I don't know jack shit about basketball, but there was stuff in it that even I could laugh at. Like, they had this one guy who refused to shoot the basketball normally. Like, anytime he got the ball, he would turn around and put his back to the hoop and do a backwards throw. Never even touched the rim. But he was just like, he couldn't shoot it any other way. He was just like, and then he would do a taunt. Is there somebody that pretends they have gigantic swinging balls anytime they do something cool in the court?
No.
Because this guy's move he would turn around, shoot the ball, airball it, and then dance like this. Like he had big swinging nuts.
They could be rocking the cradle.
No,
Like-
he talked about, like, they called it out like he's doing big balls.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not familiar with that one.
You know, it's nothing earth shattering, but, you know, it was a middle of the road 3-dicker. You know, if you got Peacock and you're stumped for something to watch for the night, it's worth putting on. Shuddy, you watch anything?
We watched Godzilla Tokyo SOS.
Man, you and your fucking Godzilla movies.
But I think that's the only movie I've watched since last week.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
That was fun. That was just a continuation of the early 2000s Godzilla series from Japan.
Oh, like the more
But I enjoyed
modern
it.
stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you think about, like, the current Godzilla movies? The Godzilla Kong universe they got going on.
I think that's what I enjoyed those movies, so that's probably why I was more open to going back with Draven
Yeah.
and watching the other stuff, because I really enjoyed Godzilla versus Kong.
Oddly
lot.
enough, I thought they were all fun, like starting with Kong Skull Island, but the weirdest swing and a miss for me was the Godzilla one where he fights like everybody. Where like a fuckload of monsters just awaken around the world. You feel like on paper, if you're looking at the outline, that one's going to be the coolest.
You're talking about King of the Monsters, right? That
Yeah.
was the one before Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, because all the other monsters that Godzilla fights, they were fucking cool looking. I just don't know why that movie didn't land with me. But Godzilla
It
versus
seems
Kong
to
was
be
cool.
they have a version of that movie, it seems, in every era of Godzilla.
Yeah. I mean, people like monsters. If you throw every single monster at the wall, people might like it. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, I think our special guest arrived.
Oh, did he get there finally? I know he hit some traffic.
Yeah, parking was a little tricky, but I just saw him walk in.
All right,
If you
cool.
guys are ready.
We're ready.
Yeah. Invite him in.
Are you having a good day? Well, I'm about to ruin it. This is Droopy's bad news. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, Droopy, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Long time no see, buddy.
It's good to be back. Hello to everybody in the Puminati. I've got some news for you guys. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please. Please.
Hopefully, it's good news.
Well, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. A couple in India performed a sacrificial ritual recently. The two constructed a guillotine in front of a fire altar. They simultaneously laid their heads down and let go of the rope, dropping the guillotine blade and severing both of their heads and knocking them into the fire altar. They died, by the way.
Thank you for confirming that.
Yeah, I'm a very serious newsman.
When you first said that, I was like, wait, they died then, right? They just killed themselves? Like, yeah.
It would seem to me that that's a ritual suicide, Jeff, is what that would be called.
I've never heard of a ritual suicide. I guess
kinda-
that's like the Jim Jones thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
But I thought that was a once in like a lifetime thing. Like I didn't know that is there ritual suicides?
Well, you can kind of only do it once.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point, I guess.
Yeah, and, I kind of like that they incorporated the Mousetrap board game and had almost like a Pee Wee Herman making his breakfast thing going.
Like a Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah.
I think what you're looking for.
It's not enough that they wanted to chop their heads off at the same time, but, make sure that their heads roll into a fire.
Droopy, did anyone witness this?
No, but the couple did leave a suicide note. The news outlets that I checked in with, for some reason, didn't report any of the details of it, and nobody really knows why they chopped their own heads off. But if you want it to be effective, it's a good way of making sure that you don't survive.
For sure. That's real love.
That's how I want to go out.
Droopy
By
girl.
guillotine?
Yeah. Chop my head off, let it roll into a fire. 'Cause just in case, I'm a dog, so maybe I share the same fate as chickens. If my head gets chopped off, I don't want to keep seeing stuff for a little bit. Just turn my head into ash. Overkill. Give it to me.
Can we confirm that's what happens with chickens?
No. In other news, do you guys know who Harry Belafonte is?
Yes.
Not really. I'll Google him.
He's an actor.
Okay.
He's a lot of things, yeah.
Isn't he the original? I was gonna say the original Dracula, but no, that doesn't feel right. That's Boris Karloff.
Yep.
Harry Belafonte.
Yeah, well, he's dead.
Okay. That was a great time to look up what it's a black guy. Man, I should know who this is. Harlem.
Yeah, he was a calypso musician. He did many songs in the film Beetlejuice. I don't know if you saw that one.
I have seen that one numerous times.
He had a
I
song.
fucking hate Beetlejuice.
He had a song
What?
that was it went shut your mouth, go away, mama look up, boo boo day. You know that one, Jeff?
No. I'm gonna need Shuddy to sing it.
I don't even know what one that was.
Well,
Didn't he also do the
I'll sing it again, and you guys can pull out your phones and Shazam it. It's pretty dead on. Which other one, Shuddy?
isn't he the one that they're singing at the table while they're eating dinner?
You're gonna have to refresh my memory.
I can hear the music, but I can't think of the words. Hold on. Oh my God.
Share it with us.
Yeah, don't hold out.
I wonder why nobody don't like me. Is it the fact that I'm ugly?
Deo, that one. Deo, Deo. Daylight come and me won't go home. Day,
I know that one.
DC, day, DC.
Well, that was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sure Harry Belafonte is looking down upon you smiling.
But is that one of his? That is a Harry Belafonte song? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
In other news, did you guys watch the series Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah, it sucked at the end, but I watched through and through.
Yeah, I bet you guys did, you dorks. Anyway, there was a big, muscly character in that show named the Mountain. You familiar with that guy?
Of course, who isn't?
He's played by the actor Hafthor Bjornsson, and he recently had a weightlifting mishap. While he was in the gym picking up some heavy weights for some reason, his pec muscles detached from the bone. He ripped off his titty muscles.
Outkick covered this, and I think the headline they used it was something about like a disgusting sound. I don't know if it was just his scream or the actual like muscle ripping off the fucking bone. Did you watch the video, Kevin? Droopy?
No, I didn't. I was too busy watching Garfield-related pornography. Don't make me feel weird. I'm into that shit.
Should have checked out the pack getting ripped off the chest.
I have a feeling if I did watch that, it would have killed my boner. But they say that he was doing some bench presses, and the 556 pounds of weights resting on his chest caused the muscles to tear off of the bones. See, that's why I don't pick up anything heavy. I started doing cartoons in the 60s, and look at me. I'm fine. Never had any muscles fall off of my bones. And I'm a beefcake.
Like you're a low risk guy, Droopy.
I mean, do you hear how horrible the world is? I just want to stay in my doghouse and lick my own nutsack.
Speaking of which, my dog, Little Mama, is just face first in her cuchana right now.
Well, she sounds hot. Can you give me the digits?
Yeah, that's what
I think
she
you
looks
should
like.
hook. I think you should hook Droopy and Lil Mama up.
Oh yeah, she's a babe.
That'd be weird.
What a power couple, huh? Lil Mama and Droopy.
Unfortunately, Droopy, she's gotten her vagina mutilated, so I don't think you'll be able to do anything with her.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't.
It was a medical thing. Maybe mutilated is a strong word, but her vagina is no longer operational.
What'd they do? Glue it shut?
Oh, I take her back every few months just for them to reapply the tape.
Well, in other news, recently in Peru, a delivery man was stopped by police for drinking in a park, and the authorities decided to search Julio Cesar Bermejo's bag and were shocked at what they found inside. It was a 600-year-old mummy that the man claimed was his girlfriend, Juanita. He told police that he takes care of her and even sleeps with her. But, in a shocking twist of events, after being inspected, it was found that the mummy is actually the remains of a man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he got tricked into being a gay mummy fucker.
I mean, who tricked him? It felt like he fell into that trap all by himself.
Bermejo, he brought that mummy to the park to show off to his friends. And he told the authorities that he got the mummy when his dad brought it home 30 years ago. So he's had that mummy for a long time.
Fucking gross.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how he thought he was having sex with a mummy vagina this whole time, and turns out it was a mummy penis. Well, that
Fuck,
just
man.
remember, if you're about to have sex with a mummy, do a double check.
Yeah. Make sure that mummy doesn't have a dick, unless you're into that sort of thing. No judgment.
And finally today, stop me if you've heard this one before. A cow wandered onto train tracks in India and was struck by a speeding train. And at that same time, nearby, an 82-year-old man who needed to take a piss decided to relieve himself on the same set of train tracks. And these two stories intersect when the flying cow, struck by the train, sailed 100 feet through the air and struck the old pissing man, killing him instantly.
Oh,
Damn.
that's one of the cooler, more interesting deaths I'd heard in a while. Getting killed by a fucking projectile cow.
Yep, I changed my mind. That's how I want to die.
Yeah, that's way cooler than the ritual suicide, which I don't really even believe is a thing. I think it just happened twice.
Yeah, I want to be 82, dick in my hand, squished by a cow.
I mean, if he's killed instantly, then why wouldn't you just stand in front of the train? Just skip the middleman. I mean, getting hit by the cow would be cooler, but it'd be tough to set that one up.
Yeah, that seems like a once every 1,000 years kind of thing.
Do you think the train conductor is like more bummed out about killing the cow? Aren't cows sacred in India?
Oh
Yes.
And
Yeah.
fuck that guy, but damn that poor cow.
Yeah,
They
I
got
think,
plenty of views.
yeah, cows have very high stock. Well, this has been today's installment of Droopy's Bad News.
All right, get the fuck out of here, Droopy. No validation. Poop Slime Alley does not validate.
Yeah. You just gotta pay the homeless guy to let you out.
Oh, all right. Well, why don't we close things out with a little bit of...
Voicemails, yay!
For anybody who listened last week, we finally made it to the new year. We are now listening to voicemails that were left in 2023. We truly are in the future. Now, let's see.
Before we start, I would like to ask Shuddy something that he didn't answer when I texted him in the group chat. Shuddy, it's Game 7, Rangers Devils.
I saw that when you text, yes.
The dick pic that you sent me years ago was after the Devils beating the Rangers in the playoffs. Are you still as into hockey?
No, because I didn't even realize it had gone to Game 7. I had it on Thursday before the draft, and I didn't know it had kept going after that game.
So do you still care about the Devils?
I do. It's just living here, just north of Philadelphia, getting Devils games on TV almost never happens unless it's playoff time. And
Well,
for the
who's
last
the-
several years, the Devils haven't been playoff teams, so
Out of sight, out of mind.
It's not really on my radar. Exactly.
So what do you get all the Flyer games?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's who their hockey team is.
Correct.
I was
Got
gonna,
that ugly mascot Gritty.
I was gonna say the Eagles again.
Gritty, who I learned just yesterday that there's no definitive evidence to prove that he is not related to Grimace, according to Wikipedia.
Oh wow, the
What an update.
the multiverse forever expanding. Let's see where.
Or I'm sorry, not related to Grimace, the same species as Grimace.
Oh, is there a Wikipedia entry that says what the species is called?
No, I don't think so. Not that I saw. We were just talking about because McDonald's is updating their burgers a little bit and bringing the Hamburglar back.
I feel like it's about time. He paid his debt to society. He can come back. When I was a little kid, I actually really liked the whole fucking Ronald McDonald extended universe.
Yeah, Grimace, Mayor McCheese,
Yeah, the weird
Officer
little like
Big Mac,
the French fry people. There's
the
like some
chicken nuggets.
There's some chicks in there. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't get more. Like, when I was a little kid, I would have watched a cartoon featuring all those fucking wackos. I mean, I guess there is a chance it existed, and I just never knew about it. But
Yeah, you were looking at other cooler cartoons.
yeah, we did get some cool cartoons when we were kids.
I feel like the cartoons nowadays suck. Maybe it's just because I'm not a kid.
It's kind of just repurposed shit from our childhood. Like, there's been like 15 iterations of Ninja Turtle cartoon series since ours. Yipe.
Kids can't come up with anything new, huh?
Nope. Actually, before I start
And
playing this,
idiots.
I'll do the reinsertion. Get ahead of the problem here. All right, let's see.
Hey guys, Canada Ken here. Just sorry, I muted you. Delivering mail right now. Just listening to an episode, and Big Country called in again. And I swear to God, I'm delivering mail, and I fell asleep and woke up, and he was still talking. Is there any way you can ban this guy from calling? I mean, you can ban me too if you're annoyed with me, but holy shit, this guy's dragging your show down.
Jesus.
Cop that just likes to hear himself talk like all other cops, eh?
Oh my God.
Anyway, great show, guys. Just kick him off. See ya.
That's
Yeah, and this Canadian guy woke up and chose violence, huh?
yeah.
Canada Ken, I have to say I'm sorry, but we will not be banning Big Country if he continues to bring the heaters like he did with that Killer Coffee.
Yeah, that was actually useful for both me and Shuddy. I got my marble cake and cream coffee in the mail a couple of days ago. Got to do a snack attack on one of them. I tried the marble cake. Not a fan.
Oh shit.
Although I will say I'm pretty locked into McDonald's coffee. Like it's just my shit.
Huh.
It's my fave.
I mean, I guess that tracks.
What didn't you like about it? Why didn't you like the marble cake?
I don't know. That's the thing is that it just didn't taste good. I don't have like any other like reason to not like it. I just didn't think it was a very good coffee. But again, mostly like I'm just into McDonald's coffee. Like that's my go-to at home brew.
Because I have the cream coffee and I very much enjoy it.
Okay, that's the one I haven't had yet, so maybe that one's better. Did you just get cream or did you get another flavor?
No, I just got the one flavor.
All right.
But I got a mug also.
I'll fill you in. Yeah, so did I. The mugs are sick.
Gotta say, I did not anticipate Canada Ken fucking taking shots at Big Country. What an odd feud to come out of nowhere.
I will say, is there a chance that he's come around on Big Country now?
Yeah, because this is from almost 5 months ago.
I wonder if like he forgot about that email or voicemail and is hearing it now and is like, you know what? I don't feel so strongly as
Well-
not anti big country anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll find out in 3.5 months or so.
Probably longer, but
Yeah, he's gonna fucking ruin. He's gonna ruin big country's Christmas by just shitting all over him. Like, hey, you guys still haven't banned this guy?
yeah, I like Big Country. I don't get the beef, but
I have nothing bad to say. We're not canceling anyone here.
yeah.
So sorry, we don't do that here in in America. Canada can.
Yeah, let's see what this one is.
Mad Scientist Party Poopers. It's Melvin. I'm giving you guys a call on January 5th, so you guys are maybe, hopefully, going to hear these by the time you guys are doing your Oscar punishment. It was talked about doing a atomic wedgie as the punishment, and I think that'd be a dope one. And if somehow you guys can incorporate either a swing set or a slide, that would be super dope. Like, the loser has to somehow tie the boxers to the swing, start swinging, and then once they get high enough, they have to jump off and get atomic wedgie from the drop off the swing, or they have to go to the top of a big slide, and then the two winners pull the loser's underwear as they have to, like, go into the slide, and then you try to, like, hold on to them for as long as you can.
I feel like I didn't lose the Oscar bet, so I shouldn't have to touch Jeff's underwear.
That's what he's talking about, right? He's kind of cutting in and out for me. I just hear atomic wedgies. He's incorporating a slide or some sort of jungle gym equipment, which could get me on a list. Probably don't want to fuck around any of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is not the time for you to be pushing your luck.
Yeah.
Get banned
Yeah,
from
one thing
things.
to be banned off of Twitter. It's another thing to be banned away from little kids.
I don't know. Those are dumb snow ideas that we're driving around. Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Word. Well, shout out to Melvin. We can maybe figure something out with that. Who knows? But yeah, if anybody has non-wedgie suggestions for Jeff's Oscar punishment, let us know.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. Big Country here. It's January 5th. Happy New Year. Just wanted to call about a movie I watched the other day. It's really one of the more bizarre movies I've ever seen. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it before. It's called
And my kid
Balls
is so
Out.
mad right now.
Yeah. Kind of weird how this played out. Hold on. What is he suggesting?
I don't know if anybody's ever seen it before. It's called Balls Out. Gary the tennis coach. It's with Sean William Scott and
Oh, I think I've seen the poster for this, the cover art. I've never watched it, but I do like Sean William Scott.
I guess Randy Quaid can be the more famous other actor in the movie. Bizarre fucking movie. You know, had its funny moments, a lot of Stifler vibes a little bit from Sean William Scott, which made it good, but you know, there were a lot of weird shit in it. Tones and innuendos and stuff like that. Got trippy at some points. Would love if to hear what you guys think, whether you watched it or not, or it's definitely possibly something to put on your radar. And then Jeff was wanting to know if you had watched the Shaq documentary. I know you're a big documentary guy. The Shaq documentary, I just finished it. It was fucking awesome. I don't know if I mentioned this is Big Country. I forgot. All right, guys. Have a good one.
So I looked up that Balls Out Gary the tennis coach on Letterboxd. It is sitting comfortably at a 2.3. So that's not a good sign. And it doesn't look like it's streaming anywhere. But
Not a strong recommendation.
the poster, I'm using my old computer, so I don't know if you guys can see the cover art, but it's Stifler in tennis gear holding a racket, 2 tennis balls superimposed to look like his testicles. There's a woman off to the side wearing a very skimpy outfit, and he looks like he's checking out her ass. And then Randy Quaid, shirtless in his boxers, wearing sunglasses. Just all of this in a tennis court. So very, very strange. I don't know if I'll be checking that one out, Big Country. Especially because it doesn't look like there's any free way to watch it either.
I feel like I saw that when it first came out on DVD. It's several years old, right?
Yeah, 2009. So
feels like something I got from Netflix or Blockbuster in the mail.
Balls out, Gary the tennis coach. Classic.
Yeah, I'll have to put that on my queue.
All right, we got time for a couple more. Let's see what's up.
Hello, Mad Scientist Party Hour. It is I, your friendly neighborhood Joel Bong. I am currently listening to episode 591, Shake Your Dick, and I don't really have any point here except to put some. Except I'm literally just here to pile on Mount Voicemail. So have a good one, guys. Bye.
All right, a drive-by from Joel Bong. Always good hearing from him.
One of the best Americans on the internet.
Yeah. Joel Bong, we appreciate it when you pile on Mount Voicemail.
Yeah, you're a welcome addition to Mount Voicemail.
Yeah. OG Puminati.
Yeah. One of the longest standing board members of the Puminati.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. Big Country here again. My second call today. You guys bashed me on my pooping in the woods story for taking too long, and I might have taken too long. So if you notice, my last few voicemails have been quick and straight to the point.
Did you set this up?
I swear to God, I'm playing them in fucking order. I can send you a screenshot.
No one would talk bad about your lengthy voicemails, Big Country. I don't know why you would say that.
It is January 15th. I had a
No, it's January 5th. That's 2 calls in one day.
a random brain question. Why do you drive on parkways but then park in driveways? Or not really a question. I guess it's more of a thought.
All right, Big Country, you are banned. Canada Ken wins. No, obviously, I'm joking. But you're fucking tap dancing around it, my friend. Calling in with Gallagher bits.
Oh, you guys could debate this. It's been driving me crazy my whole life. All right. See you later.
What an easy life. This is one of his bigger concerns. I guess one of my biggest concerns are asteroids, and that's not really a pressing manner, but
yeah. So
I don't know.
You know,
are we going to tackle this one?
No, but
okay.
You know, you are well on the record of your biggest fear being asteroids and your favorite movie being Armageddon. So if you combine those two facts, does that mean when you watch Armageddon, it's like a horror movie?
Initially, when I saw it had like a horror vibe to it, but now that I've seen it, I don't even know how many times. Let's just say 100. I'm not afraid. I know the asteroid's going down. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, everyone, Bruce Willis goes down with it. But no, it's not a horror movie. It's a happy ending.
Two things. I really wish that you were active on Letterboxd so I could see every time you log and watch Armageddon, because I just think that would be hysterical. And two, are there any other asteroid movies that move the needle for you? Like, are you into Deep Impact?
No, because it came out around the same time as Armageddon, and I just chose Armageddon because it had a sicker cast, sicker soundtrack, just looked better in every which way. So I wrote out that one. I might have seen Deep Impact, but it made no lasting impression on me, and I don't even know what I would score. If I saw it once. I didn't even remember. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it in the theater. And
so you chose that over Armageddon, or you saw them both in the theater?
No, I actually. That's a good question. Maybe I didn't see it in the theater. Because I don't think I saw Armageddon in the theater either. Because I think by the time when it came out, I was in high school. That fucking Aerosmith song was everywhere, and it annoyed me. And I was like, I don't want to go to the source of this Aerosmith song, which is Armageddon.
Man, what an asshole you must have been. How do you not like that song? Do you feel better about it now? Like when it comes on, because everyone knows the words. Do you enjoy it more or less?
No, because back in the day of, where the only option was FM radio, that and that fucking No Doubt song, Don't Speak, were just clubbed to death before your eyes 15 times an hour. And I was like, I can't fucking take this. Like, Don't Speak would come on, you change the channel, it's playing on the other station you switch to. There was no fucking avoiding it. Every single, whether it was top 40, country, rock, classic rock, everybody had a gun to their head and they were forced to play fucking Don't Speak. So now I hate that song, and I feel like the same thing was with the Aerosmith song. It was just too much. Shoved in my face too much. Don't want it.
All right. Beat you to death.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thank you all for listening. And if you need more MSPH in your life, if this wasn't enough to scratch that itch, please support your homies and check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. The $5 tier gets you the weekly mini podcast we do after this show every week. And then the $10 tier has all the specialty shows. It has all our one-off offerings and then all of our many other group offerings as well. We are currently in a heated battle on Queef or No Queef. Their Deal or No Deal show.
Second place.
No, we got enough time to catch your ass, Shuddy Boy. It's going to happen. Especially if they do those gimmicky, like, $5 million, $3 million, the $1 million mission, where every week they start subbing in another $1 million case for different dollar amounts until they finally give one away. Yeah, there's still life.
Also, we're about to be on a break from Queef or No Queef because MasterChef starts in almost 3 weeks, May 24th.
Yeah, so just in time for when my life gets beyond hectic. So I'm hoping.
Is that official yet?
Not legally official, but pretty much official.
Okay.
But, if you guys are cool with holding off until the weekend to get some Crafter Jeff recorded, it might not fuck things up too much. But yeah, the Crafter Jeff Shuddy edition is coming back. Jeff and I have been watching anime on Dragon Ball Queef. Shuddy and Dom cranking out What the Fuck Did I Just Watches left and right. Lots of stuff to check out. So patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. And you get to help out your homies in return. So win-win-win. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffrey Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. You can also check out Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark. Get yourself some gambling advice.
That's right, baby. Wells Fargo Championship this weekend.
I don't even know what sport that is, but...
Golf.
I guess that makes sense. Sounds boring enough to be a golf event.
Right. Wells Fargo. Of course, they're sponsoring golf.
And if you would like to see our faces while we do this podcast, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Every fucking click, subscription, all that goofy shit helps us out. And there are our algorithm overlords. So if you wouldn't mind, check it out there. And I guess this is where we depart, my friends. But until next time, something.